I never thought the worst night of my life would reveal a betrayal that cut even deeper. At 2:17 a.m., I sat in the chilly waiting room of Chicago General Hospital, the plastic chair sticking to my skin, my eyes fixed on the clock that seemed frozen in place. My father had collapsed earlier that evening while watching an old sitcom in his living room. One second he was chuckling at the screen. The next he was on the floor, clutching his chest, struggling to breathe. I was the one who found him when I dropped by with groceries. I called 911, rode with him in the ambulance, gripping his hand as he whispered he didn't want to be a bother. The doctors spoke in grave tones about a major cardiac event, critical condition, and how the next 48 hours would decide everything. They had wheeled him into surgery 3 hours earlier. I'd been sitting there ever since, the disinfectant smell burning my nostrils, distant beeps echoing down the halls. My phone vibrated suddenly, jolting me. I assumed it was my best friend Mia checking in. She'd already called twice, offering to drive over despite the late hour. But when I glanced at the screen, my stomach twisted. It was Ryan, my husband.
Emma.
Where are you? This is urgent. No question mark. Just capital letters dripping with impatience. I texted him 4 hours ago. Dad collapsed. Heart attack. Surgery at Chicago General. He had replied with a curt, okay. Update me. Nothing more. Before I could respond, another message arrived. I need to talk to you right now. Serious. My fingers trembled as I typed back. I'm at the hospital. Dad's in surgery. Can this wait? The typing dots appeared, vanished, then reappeared.
No.
Send me $20,000 tonight. Urgent investment opportunity. Huge returns. Transfer to my account now. I read it 3 times. Convinced exhaustion was playing tricks on me. $20,000. While my father lay on an operating table battling for his life. What are you talking about? What's this for? I replied. Real estate flip. Insider deal through my old college buddy. We triple our money in weeks if we move fast. Opportunity closes at 3 a.m. Emma, this sets us up for life. A cold weight settled in my chest. My father might not survive the night. And my husband was pushing an investment scheme. Ryan, Dad could die tonight. Please. Tomorrow? The reply was instant. Can't wait. This is important. We're talking generational wealth here. Then my phone buzzed again. Linda. Ryan's mother. My mother-in-law. Emma, honey. Ryan told us about the deal. You need to wire that money ASAP. Once in a lifetime chance. Mark and I are putting in 15 grand ourselves. Don't miss out. Mark. My father-in-law. Followed with his own text.
Emma.
Don't overthink it. Family helps family. Trust and act fast. Send it to Ryan. None of them asked about my father. No, I'm sorry. No, how is he? Just demands. I tried calling Ryan, but he declined and texted, just send it. Talk later. Time's ticking. Something inside me fractured. Maybe the fear for Dad. Maybe 6 years of marriage slowly eroding into something transactional. I opened our banking app with shaking hands. Our joint savings, built over years for a house. Emergencies. Our future had shown $45,000 3 weeks ago. Now it read $3,156. 42,000 gone. I refreshed, scrolled transaction history. Dozens of unauthorized transfers to Ryan's personal account I couldn't access. 2,000 here, 5,000 there. Escalating to 7,000 recently. The latest was yesterday, 6,000 while Dad was collapsing. Vision blurring. I stared at 43 transactions over 6 months. Small at first, then bolder. While I worked overtime as a graphic designer to contribute most of our income, Ryan, a car salesman with spotty employment, had been siphoning it away. My phone kept buzzing. Linda, did you send it? Clock's ticking. Ryan, stop ignoring me. Our future depends on this. Mark. Young lady, when family needs help, you step up. Don't be selfish. Selfish? With my father in surgery and our savings drained? A nurse passed by. I grabbed her gently. Robert Thompson, still in surgery? She checked her tablet, offered a kind smile. Still going?
Dear.
Doctor will update soon. Need water? I shook my head. Throat tight. Alone again. Memories flooded. Dad had raised me alone after Mom left when I was 7. Claiming motherhood was too much. He worked double shifts at the warehouse. Came home exhausted, yet helped with homework. Made dinners. Attended every school play. Never asked for a dime. Even when eating basics so I could have school clothes. Save for your future. He'd say with a tired smile. Ryan had promised love and partnership. Now he texted demands during this crisis. At 3:43 a.m.,
Dr.
Ramirez emerged. He made it through surgery, he said. Relief nearly buckled my knees. Next 48 hours critical. Tears streamed as he led me toward ICU. My phone buzzed once more. Ryan, you're being ridiculous. It's money.
Send now.
I stared long, then silenced it. Visitors restricted until 6 a.m. I sat 2 more hours, staring at the drained balance, screenshotting every transaction. 43 times. 6 months of quiet theft. Ryan went silent around 4 a.m., probably after his deadline. Linda sent one last disappointed message about family loyalty. I couldn't sleep. Every closed-eye moment replayed the balance dropping to 3,000. At dawn, the nurse fetched me. ICU hummed with monitors and ventilators. Dad looked frail in the bed. Tubes everywhere. Skin ashen. Breathing shallow. I pulled a chair close. Took his cold hand. Hey,
Dad.
you scared me bad. His eyes fluttered. Tears welled. Sorry, baby girl. Burden. Bills. Don't want to trouble you and Ryan. His weak squeeze broke me. Here was the man who sacrificed everything apologizing for surviving. Meanwhile, Ryan slept off his demands after stealing our safety net. Dad. Stop. You're never a burden. I wiped my eyes. Ryan's fine. Focus on you. He searched my face, always too perceptive. Everything okay at home? I forced a smile. Everything's fine.
Get better.
That's all. He drifted off. I watched his chest rise and fall for an hour, grateful for each breath. Around 7:30, Mia texted. I stepped out to call.
Ing.
How is he? Voice cracking. I told her. Surgery went okay. Critical but stable. I'm coming now with coffee and food. Don't argue. She arrived rumpled from her nursing shift, hair in a bun, bearing deli bags. We sat. I ate tastelessly while she studied me. You look wrecked. Last sleep? Yesterday morning maybe. Where's Ryan? My face must have betrayed me. Mia's eyes narrowed. What did he do? Words poured out, the texts. No concern for Dad. Drained account. Mia's face cycled shock to fury. $42,000 stolen? That's financial abuse.
Eminencia.
Illegal. What now? Can't think straight. Dad first. She grabbed my hand. I love you. Protect yourself. He's treated you like an ATM for years. Excuses about stress. Parents needing help. This is deliberate. She was right.
Ido pate de matura.
That his parents' manipulations would stop. Dad will ask why Ryan isn't here. Say he's working. But promise you'll handle this. Don't let him charm out. Ryan had that smile. That way of twisting mistakes into misunderstandings. But $42,000 wasn't a misunderstanding. Promise, I whispered. Mia texted her brother-in-law. A family lawyer. Just info. Your options. Over 3 days. Dad stabilized, color returning. Breathing stronger. Doctors upgraded him from critical to stable. Mentioning a regular room soon. I stayed daylight hours at the hospital. Mia's brother-in-law, Jordan Ellis, met me in the cafeteria on day 2. Mid-30s. Kind eyes. Straightforward. Mia gave basics. But tell me everything. I recounted the withdrawals. The $20,000 demand during surgery. In-laws' pressure. Lack of concern. Jordan's expression darkened. Textbook financial abuse. Documentation helps. But joint account complicates theft claims. He had legal access. Still, pattern plus coercion points to abuse. Heart sinking. So he walks. Complicated, but steps forward. Document all messages/transactions. Open sole account. Transfer remainder. Freeze joint. File divorce petitioning financial fraud. Divorce. The word landed heavy. Don't decide today. But protect yourself before more drains. He left his card. That evening by Dad's bed, I screenshot every text, the demands, accusations of selfishness, investment promises, saved to a secure folder. Then, hands shaking, I texted Ryan. Sorry about timing. You're right. I'll access Grandma's trust fund for the $20,000. Needs paperwork, few days. Grandma left a protected inheritance trust 5 years ago. My safety net Ryan had eyed for years. 3 dots. Really? Knew you'd come through. This changes everything. What's the investment exactly? Real estate development. Buddy's insider tip. Fast close needed. Sounded like his past flops, crypto. Poker systems. Give till next week for notary. Best wife ever. Love you. Words blurred.
Love.
Yet no ask about Dad. Next days. Ryan's messages sweetened. Hearts. Baby, sweetheart. He visited hospital once. Flowers in hand. Concerned son-in-law act for 20 minutes before work. Dad noticed. Ryan seems distracted. Work stress, I lied. Dad wasn't convinced but dropped it. Behind scenes, I opened new Soul account. Transferred $3,156. Alerted trust administrator Mrs. Patel about potential fraud. Your grandma designed this to protect you. Requires notarized signature and in-person ID. Forgery means jail. Relief loosened my chest. Linda texted sweet family messages. Recipes. Dad health questions. Mark sent generosity Bible verses. They were charming now. Nauseatingly nice. I played along, smiley replies. Excitement about investment. Gratitude for caring family. Jordan called it evidence building. I called it necessary deception. By day 6, I told Ryan ready for trust access. Bank meeting Tuesday, 2 p.m. Bring parents family thing. Dress nice, suit and tie. Perfect. Baby. We'll be rich. I'll wear wedding suit. That night in hospital lot. I called Jordan. Meeting set. Sure. No turning back after. I thought of Dad apologizing from his bed. 6 years seeing me as wallet. $42,000 stolen.
Sure.
Police investigator SGT. Ramirez attending. Bank fraud team 2. Show up. Tell truth. I'll handle if you freeze. What if I can't? You're stronger than you know. Tuesday morning cold and gray. Dad moved to regular room yesterday. Discharge talk soon. He ate Jell-O. Watching news. You look sharp meeting? Paperwork. Finances okay with bills? Insurance covers most. Focus on healing. His knowing look. You can tell me anything.
Eminência.
Kissed his forehead.
Soon.
Promise. Mia sat with Dad while I left. You've got this. Right thing. Bank 15 minutes away. Arrived early. Breathed in car. Hands unsteady. Jordan texted. Let them talk. Document.
Truth.
Stay calm. Entire marriage exploding in conference room. Stay calm. At 1:50. Entered. Branch manager Ems. Hartley led to back room. Jordan. SGT. Ramirez in uniform. Fraud investigator Mr. Kim waited. They think standard meeting. Will proceed once seated. Mouth dry. Your victim. Nothing to shame, Jordan whispered. At 2 p.m. Voices, Ryan's laugh. Linda's chatter. Mark's rumble. Happy. Excited. Door opened. Smiles died seeing us. What's this? Ryan's eyes darted. Emma? Please sit, MS. Hartley said calmly. They stood defiant at first,
But tone shifted them.
Ryan pale in navy suit. Linda floral dress and pearls. Mark sports coat. Jordan slid folder. Jordan Ellis. Mrs. Thompson's attorney. 43 unauthorized withdrawals totaling $42,000 from joint savings over 6 months, all by Ryan. Linda snatched folder. Face reddening page by page. Joint account, he had rights. Technically, SGT. Ramirez said. But withdrawal pattern. Plus coercive texts demanding $20,000 more during medical crisis. Indicates financial abuse. Attempted fraud on protected trust adds layer. Fraud. Linda shrill. Mr. Kim open his folder. False pretenses about time-sensitive investment. No such deal exists. Funds traced to gambling debts. Cash advances. Payments to parents' failed ventures. Silence. Ryan stared at table. Jaw tight.
How?
Bank records.
Cards.
Phones, not hard once investigated, Jordan said. Online gambling. Failed restaurant. Prior boutique and catering flops. Restaurant was solid investment. Bad luck, Linda weak. 3 failures in 5 years, I said. Eyes turned. Every time you asked Ryan for money, he gave mine. Our future savings. His money too, he earned half, Mark said. Jordan countered with docs. I earned 70% household income last 3 years. Ryan's sales job lower. Unemployment spells I supported. Ryan flushed.
Emma.
Baby. Explain, don't call me baby. Voice harder. You took $42,000 secretly. Demanded $20,000 more while Dad fought for life in surgery. No questions about him. Me just money. Payback. Investment real, I needed. No investment. Ramirez firm. Cites FBI flagged scam. You'd have lost it. Linda choked, Mark head in hands. Ryan pleaded. Let's go home. Talk private. Work out. Past that. I pulled divorce papers. Filing divorce. Criminal charges for abuse and fraud unless terms met. Blackmail. Mark snapped. Jordan. Option 1. Structured repayment of $42,000. Uncontested divorce. No asset claims. No charges. 2. Court handles. Insane. Linda rising voice. But Ryan stared at me, shock or fear. You planned this. Texts. Meeting, all trap. Never giving money.
No.
You said loved me. Team. Stole from me while Dad dying. Not team. Silence stretched. Ryan saw stranger. Maybe I was. After years playing understanding wife keeping peace. 24 hours to decide, Jordan said. Agreements on table. Then charges. Contested divorce. Mark. $30,000 over 3 years?
Impossible.
Figure out like I'll rebuild from nothing. Dad pays 20% ICU bills on fixed income. He has insurance, Linda snapped. 80%. Thousand still. You never asked about him. Ryan shoved chair back. Need air. Sit. Ramirez commanded. He sat. Extortion, Linda tired. Consequence, mister. Kim said. Generous offer avoiding prison. How trust no charges later?
Mark.
Jordan. Written. First payment and sign. She waives for these incidents. Ryan eyes red. Mistakes. Love you. Investments for us. Pay back with interest when right. 6 months to tell me. Only talked when wanting more during Dad's crisis. Ryan flinched. Mark stopped Linda speaking. Discuss privately as family. Call my office by 2 p.m. Tomorrow, Jordan. They left. Patricia gathered papers shaking. Mark helped her. Ryan last. Dreamlike. At door. Emma. 5 minutes alone. Instincts from 6 years urged yes. But Dad's apology. Mom's abandonment. Years of excuses flashed.
No.
Done talking. His face crumbled. Door closed. Legs weak.
Iset.
Jordan's squeezed shoulder. Handled perfectly. Hardest part. Ramirez, brave standing up. Seen worse outcomes. Emma's. Hartley brought water. Time alone. Through window. Parking lot. Linda yelling. Gesturing. Mark on phone. Ryan hands pocketed. Staring ground. Mia texted. How'd it go?
Done.
Tell later.
Dad.
Good. Walk to bathroom alone. Discharge. Maybe Thursday. Small smile. Something right. Next 24 hours. Phone exploded. Ryan 17 calls unanswered. Texts. Angry betrayal. Desperate mistakes. Back to anger destroying his life. Linda voicemail vindictive. Mark. Family doesn't treat family this way. Blocked. Forwarded to Jordan. 1:47 p.m. Wednesday. Jordan called. They're signing all 3. Ryan accepts divorce. Parents' repayment. Eyes closed. Okay. You all right? Tired. Thought I'd feel relieved. Normal. Adrenaline crash. Process later when Dad home. Papers final.
Right.
Dad discharged Thursday. Brought to my apartment. Settled in bedroom. I took couch. Slept over 3 hours first time in 9 days. Friday morning. Knock. Peephole, Ryan. Navy suit. Sleepless. Didn't open.
Emma.
Know you're there.
Explain.
Dad appeared in robe. Steady. That Ryan.
Nod.
Handle. Got it. Open door slightly. Ryan hopeful. Then saw face. Lawyer has papers. Sign. Leave alone. Mistakes. Big. Vows for better or worse. Thought long. When Dad, ICU fighting. You demanded money. No help, just $20,000. Told me all about vows. Stressed. Debts. Parents' pressure. No more excuses. Sign. Closed door. Knocked twice more. Then footsteps faded. Dad made coffee. Handled well. Better than I did your mom. Poured cups. Excused her years. Too long realizing some care only themselves. Sat couch. Silent comfort. 3 months passed. Divorce finalized February Tuesday. I kept apartment.
Car. Dignity.
Ryan clothes and regrets. Parents' first $833 payment on time, deposited quietly. Dad's recovery slow but steady. Back home after 6 weeks. Dinner twice weekly. Volunteered community garden. Lighter, like surviving reminded life, too short for worry.
Mia introduce Ben.
High school history teacher volunteering hospital readings.
Coffee.
Then dinner. Kind. Funny. Asked Dad health first. Not ready serious, told him. Okay. Friends who coffee fine. Appreciated deeply. One Thursday. Unknown number text. Almost deleted. Linda. Repayment harder than expected. Reduce monthly? Struggling. Family please. Stared minute. Old me guilty. Maybe agreed. Deleted without reply. Dad in armchair. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything fine. Turned off phone. Back to book. Window. Sun setting pink gold. Spring coming. Dad healthy. Savings rebuilding slowly. Learning protecting self isn't cold. Necessary. Some call revenge. I call finally first. Doesn't make cold. Makes free. But questions linger. When does family loyalty demand self-sacrifice until nothing left? How many investments, excuses, stolen moments before line crossed forever? I chose me during Dad's crisis. And that choice echoed. Maybe some marriages survive theft if rebuilt with honesty. Mine didn't, because theft was an error. It was pattern seeing me as resource, not partner. Dad's survival taught resilience. Betrayal taught boundaries. In quiet evenings now, with Ben's easy laugh or Dad's garden stories, peace settles. Not absence of pain, but presence of truth. What would you do when the person vowing forever drains your security while your world crumbles? The answer, for me, was walking away, not in anger, but clarity. And in that clarity, freedom bloomed like the spring outside my window. Weeks after signing, quiet settled, but echoes remained. Ryan's final texts before block ranged from pleading to bitter accusations. His parents paid second installment punctually, but Linda's occasional unknown number attempt stopped after I changed numbers. Legally bound, they couldn't harass. Yet the psychological weight lingered like hospital disinfectant, faint but persistent. Dad thrived in garden, bringing fresh herbs for dinners. Proud of you, he said one evening over pasta. Not for divorce, for seeing truth before too late. His words carried weight of his own regrets with Mom. We laughed about old times, finding humor in survival, how he once stretched rice and beans creatively. Now I stretched savings creatively. Light moments balanced heavier ones. Ben became steady coffee companion. No pressure. Just shared stories, his students' antics. My design projects. Once he asked about Ryan lightly. X saw dollar signs where heart should be.
Ben nodded.
Some people mistake love for leverage. Glad you chose better. His empathy without pity healed quietly. Financially, rebuilding was grind. New job promotion helped. Side gigs too. Each deposit to new account felt victory. Small reclaiming agency. Therapy uncovered patterns. Childhood abandonment fear made me tolerate too much. Hoping love fix flaws.
Now.
Boundaries firm. One spring day, walking park with Dad and Mia. She joked. Remember when I said take your own advice? We laughed. But underlying, what if I'd sent the money? Would Dad's stress worsened? Marriage saved but hollow? Question haunts. Loyalty to family, blood or marital, demands limits. Crossing them isn't love, enabling harm. My story asks, when crisis hits, whose needs first? Self-preservation isn't selfishness when others exploit vulnerability. As leaves greened, I felt unburdened. Not vengeful, resolved. Dad healthy. Me free. Future open. The $20,000 demand at 2 a.m. was an end. It was awakening. In whispers of night, I wonder if Ryan ever saw cost beyond dollars. Probably not. But I did. And choosing truth over illusion, that's the real inheritance.